Hiya, and welcome back to Homecoming Morenatsu Revisited. The game that teaches us that... I don't know what... Dragon. Just dragon. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Pick your dragon. Kyoji is nowhere to be seen as I walk out into the sunlight. That'd be right. I half-heartedly grumble under my breath, but as I walk up to the beach, I can see that Juichi has set up some parasols. Underneath one of them, everyone has placed their bags. With a smile, I jog over to the pile and add my own bag to it before glancing around the beach. Wonder where Tatsuki went. I can see my friends scattered about, all doing their own thing. Shin is sitting under a parasol, nose buried in a book. Kyoji and Taro are exercising by the shore. Oh, there he is. I spot the dragon in the distance and decide to join him. Before I can reach him, I see him pull a bottle out of his bag. Don't worry, this is Pepsi. From the distance, I'm not able to see the label, but I got a bad feeling. Tatsuki, is that? Hiroyuki? I frown as I approach, staring at the bottle he's holding. After the discussion we had yesterday, I feel a pang of annoyance. You said that you were going to cut back, Tatsuki. With his free hand, the dragon rubs the back of his head and turns the bottle so I can see the label more clearly. My annoyance fades and a smile breaks out across my face as I see the words non-alcoholic written on the label. We are so proud of you, Tatsuki. We are so proud of you. It's Amazake. I didn't forget what I promised. Slowly, he opens the bottle and holds it out towards me. Do you want any Hiroyuki? Even though it's non-alcoholic, I can't help but remember the events of yesterday. I grimace as a nervous hiccup manages to escape before shaking my head. No thanks! Tatsuki gives an uncertain smile before lifting the bottle to his mouth and taking a drink. The dragon's face distorts into a look of pure revulsion. Pulls a bottle out in front of him and stares at it in contempt. This tastes awful. I offer a sympathetic smile in response. To be totally honest, it all tastes awful in general. Not that I want to say that right now. Last thing I want is to upset my good friend with incessant nagging. Says I'm actually proud of him for keeping his promise already. With a smile, I sit down in the sand with the dragon sitting down beside me. After sitting together in silence for a while, Tatsuki lets out a soft sigh. I'm bored. I can't say I blame him. The sun's already shining brightly in the sky and we're just sitting here doing nothing. I'm open to suggestions. The dragon rubs the back of his head as he thinks of an idea. Well, how about going for a swim? We're at the beach after all. A smile breaks out across my face as I stand up, brushing sand off me. That's a great idea, Tatsuki. Although I'm still not a strong swimmer, I can't help but feel eager. I take off for the shoreline, Tatsuki following close behind. Only to come to a stop a few moments later. Come on, man. I want to see which of us is the better swimmer. Ah. I glance over at Tatsuki and the dragon stares back at me. I wonder what's going on. I don't know, but Taro looks uncomfortable. Maybe we should help? As we make our way towards them, Torihiko suddenly notices me. Yuki! Tatsuki! Help a guy out here! The tiger calls out to us and gestures for us to approach him and Taro. Tatsuki and I shrug at one another and walk to the others. What do you need? I want to race with Sotaro to see who's the faster swimmer. I stare over at the lion who simply glances back at me warily. Looks like he'd rather be anywhere but here right now. He's great at soccer, but I think I'm the fastest swimmer in our group. Like hell you are! I snap my attention back over to Tatsuki as he lets out a loud roar. The dragon's eyes are narrowed as he moves closer to Torihiko. If I didn't know him so well, I'd be worried, but Tatsuki's outbursts are usually just for show. If anyone's the fastest swimmer, it's me! As if! You got nothing on me, you big lug! Ah! As the two of them continue their back and forth, I turn my attention to Taro. Only to find the lion is no longer beside me. I widen my eyes, ignoring my two bickering friends as I try to spot him. In the distance, I can see that Taro is caught up with Kyoji, the two of them seeming to be having a discussion. I knew he was fast, but I wasn't expecting... What do you think, Hiroyuki? I turn my head back to face Tatsuki as I hear my name, my eyes blinking in confusion. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. My two friends stare at me intently, and I curl my tail around myself in embarrassment. Tatsuki asked who you thought would be faster. Him, Sotaro, or me? I paused for a moment, glancing back between the two of them. Well, while you two were arguing, Tora decided to go hang out with Kyoji. So, I guess I have to choose between you two. Tatsuki and Tora both widened their eyes in shock. He what? Well, there goes that idea. The dragon suddenly seems to come up with an idea, a smile returning to his face. Well, how about you, Hiroyuki? How fast can you swim? Torihiko raises his eyebrows with interest, causing me to gulp and rub the back of my head nervously. Well, I'm okay at it, but... I pause, not really wanting to admit that I'm not that strong a swimmer. Tatsuki turns his attention back to Tora and grins. I'm willing to bet that Hiroyuki's faster than you. Oh, is that a challenge? Well, maybe you should put your money where your mouth is. Tora smirks before pointing out towards a boy in the distance. First one to reach the boy out there wins. You're on. Loser buys the other an ice cream. Ooh, I like the sound of that. R.I.P. our wallet. Well, then the three of us should get ready. Did he just say the three of us? Wait, I'm in this? I don't know. Hey, don't give me that look. I didn't agree to be a part of this. A shocked expression fades from his face as the tiger places his hand over it. What are you saying? The sly grin returns to his face. I don't like the look of this. Of course you did, but I didn't... tiger mind games. I should have expected this. Hey, don't think you just walk away from this, Hiroyuki. Yeah, you don't be such a stick in the mud. Weakling. Softy. Ugh, what is this? Pick on the fox day? Yippee, we're being manipulated. It's not a good thing. I rub the back of my head and give an annoyed grumble. Okay, fine. I'll play too. Happy? That's a Hiroyuki I know. You never back down from a challenge. I give him a good-natured glare. Don't make me regret this. Well then, let's make it more interesting. How about a punishment game on top of buying everyone an ice cream? The loser has to get buried in the sand. Torihiko's eyes go wide with excitement and he flicks his tail behind him. Dude, that's... No. I interrupt the tiger before he can finish his sentence. As he stares at me with wide eyes, I shake my head and give him an icy stare. If that's what you want to do, then leave me out of it. The two of them look at each other before giving a sigh of resignation. Fine. No punishment game, but... ice cream for the winner should be good enough. I can live with that. Reach my hand up and massage the bridge of my nose, but simply nod. Well then, ready? With a heavy sigh, I move beside them both and prepare to face the inevitable. Set! Cast a quick glance over at the line and take a deep breath. Go! The three of us jump into the water, making our way towards the boy. As expected, I'm not doing very well. Hiroyuki loses. I'll have cherry flavor if you don't mind. Oh, I want plum. Unsurprisingly, I lost. Why do I get the feeling I got suckered into this so they could have free ice cream? That wasn't even a fair competition. You're both way better at swimming than I am. No whining. You lost. Now pay up. It's not my fault you don't practice. Look, your fur isn't even that thick either. You should be gliding across water like me. Tatsuki, you're forgetting something. I point at his tail as it gently wobbles below the surface. Oh, well, I guess having a tail like mine helps. I can get a nice boost of speed by swinging it back and forth like a propeller. You look like a crocodile when you swim, Tatsuki. Who are you calling a crocodile? God damn. Tatsuki grabs Tora by the shoulders and pushes him underwater. Air bubbles begin to surface where his head was seconds earlier. Okay, I'll just leave you two alone now. Say you're sorry, fuzzy butt. I changed my mind, hero. I'll have melon flavor instead. But... alright, melon flavor and cherry flavor. I'm on it. I hear my wallet cry out in my head. I think I prefer that sound to the idea of being held underwater, though. turn back and see Tora gasping for air. Wait up, Yuki, where are you going? You know exactly where I'm going. Hold on, there's no use in wasting a trip back like that. Let's play again. Last one of the beach is a loser. Double or nothing. Huh? If I'm lucky, I might not have to buy these 2 ice creams after all. You know what, Tora? You're on. This time I'm ready. Oh ho ho, you think I'm a crocodile now? Wait till you see my special underwater technique. Let's go. Before I can react, Tatsuki's already underwater swimming towards the beach. Hey, no fair! Oh no, you don't think you can get a head start on me, do ya? Tora darts off like a torpedo for the beach. Well, I'm probably screwed again. Might as well give it a shot. There's something floating in the water. Looks like a long blue piece of fabric. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm just gonna turn the sensor on. It's Tatsuki's Speedo! My face goes red and I can feel the problem from earlier returning. This is bad. You're falling behind, Yuki! Oh, coming! I grab the wayward article of clothing and make my way toward the beach. I see Tatsuki surface a bit in front of me for some air. Tatsuki, hold on! There's a contest here, Yuki. I'm not that gullible. Your little trick isn't gonna work on me. See you at the finish line. Tatsuki, your Speedo fell off! This is a combination of both funny and hot. As the dragon swims towards the shore, I get a full show of his naked form. I'm surprised I don't have a nosebleed, although my swimming trunks are starting to feel a little tight. Huh. Well, with a gulp, I continue to swim back to the shore using steady strokes. When I finally arrive back at the shore, I already know that Tatsuki has realized his predicament. Standing there completely exposed, the dragon looks at me sheepishly as I walk up to him and thrust the Speedo into his hands. Torihiko, on the other hand, gives the dragon a sly wink, only causing the blush on his face to intensify. He quickly puts the Speedo back on before glancing around nervously. Please, don't tell Kyoji what happened. Don't worry, it happens, but yeah, I'll keep it a secret. I uncurl my tail from around myself, thankfully having hidden my problem long enough for it to be resolved. Forcing a grin onto my face, I nod at the dragon and lean back, resting my arms behind my head. Same goes for me. Scratching under my nose, I walk toward the pile of bags and retrieve my wallet before making my way up the beach. Where I can get too far, though, I feel a strong hand on my shoulder, which stops me in my tracks. I tense up immediately, but before I can do anything, I hear a familiar laugh. Where do you think you're going here, Yuki? Breathing a sigh of relief, I relax and turn around, coming to face with the smiling dragon. Oh? I was just going to get you and Tori your ice cream. Tatsuki rubs the back of his head sheepishly as a deep blush comes to his face. Don't worry about that. We were only being competitive. That's an understatement and a half. I flash the blushing dragon a cheeky grin. Yeah, well, you don't have to get us ice cream. Especially after we saw your dick. We're just gonna ignore that. The memory of Tatsuki losing his Speedo fresh in my mind. My face starts to burn up and I look away. Well, I couldn't leave you like that. Think of the children after all. I turn back to face him with a wide smirk on my face. The dragon meets my stare with his own, his face still red. You just had to get that tease in, didn't you? My smirk widens and I sit down on the sand. Tatsuki sits down beside me and stares out at the ocean. After several moments of uncomfortable silence, the dragon lets out a loud sigh. Hero, he pauses mid-sentence, a thoughtful expression showing on his face. One of his hands, he begins moving his fingers through the sand as if drawing something. When I look, I can only see random scribbles. I meant what I said yesterday. Blinking, I turn my attention back to my friend. For the first time, I can see the burden he's been keeping locked away. You're the first person who's believed in me. Nobody else does. My memories of yesterday are still fresh in my mind, bringing an unpleasant feeling of loneliness. Is this how Tatsuki always felt? Tatsuki? I bring my knees to my chest, feeling a painful sting in my chest. Before I can stop myself, I shuffle closer and rest my head on his shoulder, turning my face so I can look at him. I'll tell the others what you promised me. I'm sure they'll have... No, don't. I don't want you to say anything like that, just in case that... He trails off and sighs heavily, scratching a cheek with a single finger. Case screw this up. Tatsuki, you won't... I might! I tense up at the dragon's outburst before placing a hand on his arm in a comforting way. No. Narrowing my eyes, I stare intently into his. The pain in his eyes is as clear as day, and so I offer him a warm smile. I believe in you, and I know you have what it takes to do this. Tatsuki pauses and then gives a small smile of his own, his cheeks once again glowing a soft pink. Yeah, guess I have no choice then. Nope. Lifting my head away from his shoulder, I slowly rise to my feet before brushing the sand off me. I swish my tail and begin to head up the beach, bringing a look of surprise to Tatsuki's face. Where are you going, hero? I told you. Trailing off, I can't help the small smile that comes to my face. With my left hand clutching my wallet, I use my right hand to point up the beach. To get ice cream. The dragon scurry to his feet behind me, and the footsteps in the sand as he rushes to catch up with me. Wait! Once more, I feel a strong hand on my shoulder, stopping me in my tracks. As I turn back to look at him, I can see that he's blushing yet again. Thank you, Hiroyuki. I'm taken by surprise as Tatsuki pulls me into a soft embrace, effectively mirroring the embrace I gave him yesterday. I gently wrap my arms around him, returning the gesture. This feels nice. You're welcome, Tatsuki. After what seems like an eternity, the dragon finally releases me from the hug. I know I have a big smile on my face as I look up at him. I also haven't forgotten what else I promised. Huh? How are your dinner? I don't know when it will be, but I promise it will definitely be before your vacation ends. My tail swishes happily behind me and I give the dragon a nod. Looking forward to it, big guy. The two of us spend the rest of our day together, talking about nothing in particular. While time passes, I only think of how glad I am to have reconnected with Tatsuki. We love him. Seriously, who is Sachiko? Are we hanging out with Torihiko or telling him to fuck off? We will always never forget. Sorry, Tora. Sorry, Tora. You need to invent a new word. Yes, Hiroyuki Tatsuki's Tatsuki very much. Tatsuki really does Tatsuki hero. Oh, hi, Sotaro. Okay. Death Note or One Piece? Both are classics. Going with One Piece. Sure. A big smile breaking out over his face, the lion agrees. Awesome, I'm glad to see that Taro has warmed up to me. The two of us head up to the cashier to pay for our newest spoils. Thank you for your purchase! Taro smiles warmly and extends a hand. With a grin, I follow suit and grip his hand in mine. After we shake hands, the two of us part ways. This is just another filler day. God damn. Sorry, we gotta keep, yeah. We're speedrunning right now. Does this moment matter? Like, is there a Tatsuki event today? Wait. Nanafuse. Nanafuse! Can you do us a favor and delete August 1st from our minds, please? Thank you. Teach us how to teleport. Yes! But no, does anyone know if we missed his event? Oh, hell no. Hang on. Alright. Sounds great, Tora. Looking forward to it. From the other end of the line, I can hear the tiger breathe a sigh of relief. Me too. I'll let you get back to breakfast. Don't forget, okay? Why am I getting deleted? I can't help but chuckle and shake my head in amusement. Okay, Tora, I'll see you then. Awesome, see you then. Bye! I chuckle again as the tiger hurriedly hangs up the phone. He sounds excited, but I wonder what he has planned. I replace the receiver and head back to the dining area. Tora, go again? As I sit back at the table, I nod in response to my grandmother's question. I glance over at her and smile. He wants me to visit him at around lunchtime. He didn't mention what he wanted, but I said I'd go. That boy. My mouth full of food, I decide to just glance at Grandma and raise an eyebrow. She chuckles and shakes her head, her tail swishing behind her. Never mind, dear. Just finish your breakfast and I'll clean up once you're done. I swallow my mouth full of food and flash her a grin, which she returns. After I finish my breakfast, I shower and change into clean clothes. I still have plenty of time to spare, so I decide to go for a walk. Gotta go with One Piece. As I walked down the old dirt road, I remember that I got the call that I got from Torihiko this morning. He really wanted me to come over today. I wonder why. Ah, there's the Ushima Inn. I better get inside. It's pretty hot out here. Yuki, you made it! I smile as the tiger greets me. What's up, Tora? You'll see. I invited Tatsuki too. This is gonna be awesome! My smile fades and I rub the back of my neck warily. I don't like surprises. Especially your kind. Don't be that way, Yuki. You're gonna love this, I guarantee it. Hey, would you look at that? Here comes Tatsuki right now. Where? Wait, what? Sorry to keep you waiting, Tora. Oh, you invited Hiroyuki too? What is this that I have planned? I nod politely over at Tatsuki, only to turn my attention back to Tora as he clears his throat. Now that you're both here, you want to eat something tasty? Huh? Are you saying you invited us over for lunch? That's hardly something to get excited for. Much to my surprise, Tatsuki smiles. Are you gonna make that thing again, Tora? Huh? Again? You don't know, when Tora cooks, he has me taste test for him. Oh, that's right, you're a cook now, aren't you, Tora? Yeah. I can never tell if what I make is good or not, so I consult my friends. Though it's usually only Tatsuki who's brave enough to try. Don't put yourself down, Tora. Whether it's good or bad, I don't care. Although I'd rather not get sick this time. You kid. You're such a kidder. Don't listen to him. I give an exasperated sigh and shrug my shoulders. Oh boy, this is gonna be an adventure, isn't it? I gathered you here today to help me pick out the ingredients for this cooking challenge I'm trying. Tatsuki and I both paused, taking a moment to look at one another in confusion, before turning our attention back to the tiger. I didn't think I was gonna need my wallet for this, Torihiko. Yeah, me neither. That's not what I meant. Of course I'm buying the ingredients. I just need your help figuring out what to use. Have any of you watched the Purin Cafe show last night? It was about the host going to Italy and sampling the local cuisine. He invited a pasta maker in Rome. It looked so cool. I knew right then I had to try my hand at it. Oh, he's making spaghetti. Tora, we've got noodles here in Japan. Isn't that good enough? Yawn. I'm sorry I'm boring the two of you. Cut to the chase, Tiger Boy. I told you not to use that nickname anymore. Oops. My bad. Are we just bullying Torihiko? I stick my tongue out at Tora. I remember that one, Tiger Boy, Tiger Boy. See what you started, Hiroyuki? This wasn't fuzzy butt. What was that, Hiroyuki? Nothing. He said nothing at all. Sorry about that, Tora. Please continue. I asked my dad for one of his old spaghetti recipes. We're gonna drive down to Kazunari to pick up the ingredients I need from the grocery store. Tatsuki folds his arms and turns his head to the side, giving a melodramatic snort. So the truth comes out. You only wanted me for my car. That's not true. I value your opinion. Man, we're being really hard on him right now. And I'm enjoying every second of it. And I'm probably there to push the shopping cart, huh? You guys, Let's get going, man. 30-minute drive to Kazunari from here for Furry. All this talk about food is making me hungry. We should stop somewhere out there and pick up some fast food. Okay, Tatsuki. I need you to promise me you're gonna drive like a normal person today. Turn to see Tatsuki's reaction, but he's already running out the door. Can't hear you, I'm gonna go get the truck. Why don't you just get your dad to help you with this, Tora? I can't do that, Hiroyuki. I just can't, alright? Why? You're not making today easy for me, are you? I want to prove to him I can do stuff on my own. I don't need his help with every little thing I do. Even if it means dealing with that maniac dragon behind the wheel. Nah, that's probably him now. It can't be that bad, can it? Well, here we go, I guess. It's like you always say, Tora, just let nature take its course. And that's how we die. There you guys are, took you long enough. Get in, get in. Remembering the limited seating, I raised my eyebrow at the dragon's instructions. And how are we all supposed to do that? Guess I could sit in Tora's lap. Nah, he wouldn't like that. Would he? Now, he probably would. It's a mystery in itself how that little thing can hold Tatsuki in it, let alone 2 more people. You're right, Hiroyuki. This isn't going to work with how big we are. Tora, you get to sit in the back. No way. Absolutely not. Hiroyuki, this is the shopping list. I'm just gonna go back inside. Look back at my best friend in disbelief and shake my head. Oh, no, you don't. This is your project. You're not making us do all the work. Was wrong, scared of cat, afraid of a few potholes? No, I'm kidding, Rat. We can squeeze in. You'd be surprised what I fit in this little lady before. In that case, you get in first, Hiroyuki. Sit between me and Tatsuki so you have some cushion when we crash. Wow. I'm almost crushed by the 2 hunks of meat surrounding me. This reminds me of a show I saw once. I say, I told you we'd fit. How's it going, Hiroyuki? That's a spare. Let's get a move on. Should have been me. Replace Torihiko with Kunosuke and Tatsuki with Juichi, and that is my dream right there. I have a type. I absolutely have a type. And it's concerning. My harem, we can't fit all of them in there. It's not fair. It really isn't. That's fair. Let's get a move on. Sorry, Yuki. I maneuver around to get some air. Ah, Hiroyuki, that's Matt. Try my best to say sorry, but all that comes out is a muffled jumble. I touched someplace inappropriate, didn't I? Oh, you just kicked my shin! This is hopeless. Going for the prize, are we? Crap, so embarrassing. Yuki, your ass is in my face. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Damn it. This is going nowhere. Almost out of oxygen. I've got to get out of here. Don't throw yourself onto his lap, idiot. Ah! Tatsuki moans in pleasure. Oh god, what have I done? Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! I'll sit in the back. Just get me out of here. Managed to escape the death trap and jump into the back of Tatsuki's pickup truck. My face is so red right now. I don't think I've ever blushed so hard in my life. Tatsuki starts up the truck and I hold on as we begin our journey. We were just parked that whole time? Here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, wait here in one piece. I don't know what you're talking about, Tora. I think he's a pretty good driver. I mean, yeah, you drove too fast and I screamed that time you ran a stop sign, but other than that, pretty good. Yeah, it's a company car, so I have to drive extra careful. That'd have been a lot more amazing if I had my own vehicle. I pity the drivers in Japan when you finally get that minivan you're after. What, you have a problem with the way I drive? Remember the next time you need me to take you somewhere. No, I kid. You came through for me again, Tatsuki. Thanks. Save it. We're here to shop. So let's get this over with. Welcome. Whoa, this place is bigger than it looked from the outside. Wait, what kind of grocery store is this? I see aisles of food, but there's also weird stuff like electronics, clothes, antiques, toys, furniture. There's all sorts of American goods lining the shelves. Wow, this is kind of exotic. Hey, let's check out the toy aisle for a second. Look at these foreign mini cars. They look different from Japanese ones, but I think they're pretty stylish. Tatsuki holds up a mini car in blue packaging. The logo is in English, I think, so I can't understand what it says. Look over there. They've got portable stoves and pots, too. I could use some of that. This is my first time in an import goods shop. I can't believe how much variety there is on display. It would be great if we had something like this in Minasato. When did this place open? I think it was pretty recent. This is my first time here, too. I told Tatsuki to check this place out when we were in the car. I heard my dad talking about it. He said they carry a lot of specialty ingredients here. It's even better than I thought. They got specialty everything. Now, I'm tempted to buy a few of these mini cars. Let's remember our budget, guys. Yeah, let's just grab the stuff we came for, then go home. I can't wait to cook this. It's gonna be awesome. How enthusiastic he is about it, I'm starting to look forward to trying it. They've got pastries over there, and over here it looks like they've lined up the canned goods. Wait a second, am I seeing this right? Is that a frozen pigeon? Oh yeah, they call that squab. I think it's used in some French dishes. Huh, I didn't know that. You sure know a lot about cuisine, Tora. I'm the son of a famous chef, remember? I wonder what it tastes like. I'm sure Tatsuki could swallow it whole. You're probably right. He's such a beast. I told you guys before, I'm not fat. Dragons just grow bellies as they get older. Uh-huh, sure. Coming from the guy who can't go an hour without something alcoholic in his system. You take that back. Alcohol doesn't make you fat. Glance over the dragon and offer a sympathetic smile. I know he's been trying to cut back on his alcohol consumption. I don't even like meat. I prefer fish. That's still me, Tatsuki. Okay then, how to start digging into you, huh? Nom nom nom! I'm small, so there wouldn't be much to eat. That can be arranged. First, I'll cut you into 3 slabs. But you'll need to take off your clothes first. Hurry, now! You just want an excuse to look at me naked, don't you, Tora? Though the idea of being nibbled on by those two... naked? Yeah, bad thoughts, hero! Dude, you're spacing out. Don't just stand there, come on! I'm coming! Wow, I just said that, didn't I? Whoa, isn't this cartoon cheese? Like the ones in those old American shows? I can't believe they're real. I think I saw these on a cooking show once. They fried slices on top of hamburger patties. Hey, when are we gonna eat? My mouth is starting to water. They call it emmental cheese. It may not smell good, but it tastes delicious. You get that to fry with butter on hamburgers, right? You don't use butter for that here. Besides, I'm not making hamburgers today. I'm making spaghetti. Cheapskate! Start waving my hands in a rhythmic pattern in front of Tora's face. You're getting very sleepy now. Buy the cheese. Buy the cheese. Buy the cheese. Are you trying to hypnotize me? No. Never give you that idea. Tatsuki, you're a working adult. If you want the cheese so much, buy it yourself. This is the kind of thing you buy as a gift for someone. Please, Tora. Yeah, please. Try giving him the best puppy dog look I can. I'm already making lunch for you guys. I'm starting to think this was a mistake. Now you can have cheese with your wine. Buy the cheese. Woo! You want it so bad. No. Just no, Tatsuki. Fine, you want cheese so much, we'll get this then. Tora crouches down and grabs a huge block of cheese and drops it into my arms. It weighs a ton, what is this stuff anyway? Maybe, I'll carry it then. Tatsuki says that, then lifts me up like a princess. I get a grand view of the store from Tatsuki's shoulders. Wow, so this is how he sees the world, huh? I'm still carrying the cheese, Tatsuki. My bad, I'll put you down for now. I wouldn't want you to get altitude sickness or anything. We only weigh 3 apples. What's with you two? I want in on this. Just as soon as Tatsuki puts me down, Tora jumps onto his shoulders. I guess he still has a habit of jumping on other people. Oh, no, you don't. Tatsuki jerks his shoulders around, causing Tora to fall to the floor. Ow. You bastard. When has that ever worked for you? You're so naive. Dragon versus tiger. It's like the beginning of an action flick or something. Notice we're getting weird looks from the other shoppers. Excuse me. Your jumping and noise making is disturbing the others. Could you kindly settle down, please? Sorry. Sorry. Can't help but blush and mumble my own apology. How embarrassing! We finished the rest of our shopping trip mostly in silence. Our faces are all red as the groceries are rung up by the same clerk who scolded us earlier. After we leave, we get in Tatsuki's truck and head back to the Ushima Inn. We're back! Alright, I've got the ingredients. Time to make history with this dish. I can't wait. I've been starving since before we left. I've got high hopes, Tor. No pressure. This spaghetti's gonna knock your socks off. Just you wait. 30 minutes later. Thanks for waiting, guys. Dig in. Not gonna lie, this looks amazing, Tora. Nah, you're just saying that because you're hungry. Yup. I had to improvise on a couple things. Tatsuki pauses and stares at Torhigo cautiously. What do you mean? I forgot to turn the recipe card around, so we missed some key ingredients. What? I call it zucchini and tomato surprise. Now hurry up and eat before it gets cold. You don't have to tell me twice. Grab a plate and start piling on the spaghetti. Look over and see Tatsuki shoveling the meal down his throat. With a slight hesitation, I prepare to take the first bite. The food hits my tongue. This is delicious, disappointingly average, or disgusting. Wait, we have to say disgusting? We have to say it's disgusting? Oh wait, wrong one. I'm still gonna do the poll. Still gonna do the poll. So, you can decide. I'm sorry, Tora! I think I'm gonna be sick. What do I do? I momentarily lock eyes with Tatsuki. We seem to be on the same page here. Never cared for pasta. Or tomatoes, for that matter. But Tora's just sitting there smiling. I can't just say I hate it. Tora really can't win. Maybe I can bluff my way out of this. Whoa! This is really something. Mmm. Tasty. Excellent. Tell me you want seconds. Tora walks back into the kitchen. Oh man, this stuff is practically atomic waste. Oh, that was shocking. Quick, is there a trash can nearby? I can't take much more of this. He's bringing back seconds. Oh, we just need to hold out until dessert. Oh god. Oh god. What's wrong? I think I'm gonna throw up. Come on, I'll lead you to the bathroom. That bad, huh? Tora! Excuse me for making something inedible. Sorry, Tora. Just send the plates back, I'll clean up. Tora, And just like that, the spaghetti managed to find itself on the table again. Oh no! Tatsuki quickly places his large hand on my back, gently rubbing in circles. Shoot an apologetic glance over at Tora, but he's already attempting to clean up the mess I've left. Shouldn't have looked. The sight of the partially digested food makes my stomach churn. Tatsuki rushes me to the bathroom, and I get there just in time to empty my stomach into the ceramic toilet bowl. The dragon stays with me, continuing to rub my back. After a few minutes, I'm feeling much better, and the two of us head back into the dining area. Looks like Tora has already finished cleaning, and I give a soft sigh as the scent of pine teases my nostrils. The tiger's eyes widen as he notices me, before breathing a heavy sigh of his own. I'm sorry, Yuki. I didn't mean to get you sick. I force a smile and wave my hand dismissively. I know it's not his fault. Tatsuki glances at me worriedly. Gonna be okay here, Yuki? Do you need me to take you home? No, I'll be fine. Thanks. I glance over at Torihiko once again and rub the back of my head. I'm sorry about the mess, Tora. I should have cleaned it up. Nah, it's okay, just so long as you're okay. I let my smile widen a little bit. My cheeks are a little flushed. Should probably take off. Fresh air will probably help, even if it is hot outside. With a small wave, I bid my friends farewell and leave the inn. Despite the heat, I'm already feeling a lot better. Okay, are we hanging out with Kyoji? Okay. Nanafuse! They didn't have their cheddars for dinner. No, they didn't. Oh, don't burn Nanafuse. He's just a silly little guy. Nanafuse is just silly. Having lunch with Tora and Tatsuki, and I also got invited to Chio's piano recital. Ah, so much fun! Slowly, I feel my eyes starting to close before I snap them open again. I should probably turn off the television. The last thing I want to do is waste electricity. How embarrassing. I can't believe I had such an erotic dream about Tatsuki! Crap, I shouldn't be thinking about it. I'm just making the situation worse! Hiroyuki? Are you awake, dear? I gulp as my grandmother knocks on the door and calls out to me. Yeah, I just had a weird dream. I rub the back of my neck, doing my best to forget about the dream I just woke up from. Doesn't work. I hear my grandmother shuffling on the other side of the door. She's undoubtedly waiting for some reassurance, so I clear my throat. I'm fine, Grandma. I'll be up in a moment, Kay. Can't really tell, but it sounds like Is she laughing at me? No hurry, dear. I'm just about to make breakfast. It'll be ready soon. Your footsteps and she walks away and breathes a sigh of relief. Hate to have to explain this predicament. With a soft groan, I stretch, willing myself to forget what I just woke up from. Maybe a shower will help? Queen never cry. Giving a slight smile, I get out of bed and bring some clean clothes with me into the bathroom. I sigh as I let the water run across my body, washing the shampoo through my fur. Guess I have been overdoing it a bit lately. Mumbling softly to myself, I focus on getting clean. Feeling clean and refreshed, I walk into the kitchen, my tail swishing. Good morning, Grandma. Oh, Hiroyuki. Good morning and good timing. Her own tail's swishing, Grandma looks at me with a grin. She turns and carries a plate of food over to the table. I can't help but smile as my eyes rest on the food. Arranged on the plate is a small bowl of rice, miso soup, grilled fish, and fresh vegetables. I always love Grandma's traditional breakfasts. They're a nice counterbalance to all the junk food I've been eating lately. This looks delicious, Grandma. I give my own grin as she smiles proudly at my praise. Pulling out a chair, I'm just about to sit down. Dear, breakfast is ready. I wince and cover my ears at the sound of my grandmother's yell. Can't help but wonder if the neighbors are used to it by now. It's about time. As Grandpa enters the kitchen, he gives a cheeky smirk. Grandma just gives him a half-hearted glare as he slowly sits down at the table. As she places food in front of him, he tilts his head up and gives her a kiss on the cheek. It looks delicious as always, aye. Grandma smiles, her cheeks going a pale pink. Can't help but smile as she sits down across from him. Nice save, Grandpa. My grandparents both look back at me, then back at each other before sharing a chuckle. Oh, Hiroyuki, this is something we've always done. It's part of our daily routine. Yes, your grandmother and I believe that a little bit of fun is an important part to a healthy marriage. I nod as I scoop some rice into my mouth. Now that I think about it, I do remember the two of them teasing one another even when I was a child. Back then, I thought they were really arguing, but now that I'm older, I can see just how much they still love each other. I pause for a moment and stare blankly at my food. Ever since I realized my difference, I've wondered if I'll ever get to experience something like my grandparents have with each other. Once again, my dream begins to resurface in my mind, but I try my best to push it away. Best not to go there, Hiroyuki. You're only going to make things messy. Grandma? As I look up from my breakfast, I force on a smile. I don't want to worry my grandparents after all. What is it, dear? I widen my smile and rub the back of my head. I was wondering if you had any errands for me to run today? Grandma and Grandpa both look at each other in surprise before turning back to face me. Well, your grandfather and I were going to go into town and fetch a few things. Oh, I can do it for you. Once again, they glance at each other before Grandpa grins. He looks back at me and nods. Well, now there's a nice surprise. Thank you for the offer, my boy. We'll leave it to you then. I flash a thumbs up and return to eating my breakfast. Hopefully these errands keep my mind occupied. After finishing breakfast, I help Grandma by cleaning the dishes. My tail absently swishes behind me as I finish drying the last plate. Humming to myself as I put the dishes away, I turn around to see Grandma walking over to me with some paper. Here, Hiroyuki. This is the list of things we're going to do today. Don't push yourself too hard, okay, dear? I flash her a wide grin and nod my head. Don't worry, Grandma. I won't. Also, you might want to take an umbrella. It looks like it might rain. As I nod, Grandpa lets out a chuckle. You fuss too much, the weather will clear up. Grandma gives an exasperated sigh and shakes her head. I smile warmly at her in an attempt to comfort her. I'll be fine. With an exaggerated bow, I gently take the list of errands from her hands and make my way towards the front door. Taking a deep breath, I slip on my shoes and step outside. This guy looks a little gloomy, but I ignore it. After all, Grandpa did say it would clear up. No need for an umbrella, right? I remember seeing it when I chickened out on confronting Tatsuki with his alcohol problem. Glad I was able to work up the courage to talk to him about that. What are you doing all the way out here, Yuki? You're such a dumbass, Yuki. Hey, that's not nice. He smiles as he sits down next to me on the bench. Notice he has a bag in his hand and that he places to the floor on the side. What's in the bag? My dad needed me to pick up some ingredients for him. I think we have an important guest coming to the inn soon. I hope it didn't get too wet. The last thing I want to bring home is soggy food. Defeat Ganon. Ganon is oiled up and ready to go. Oh no. The rain started coming down hard when I left the store. I had to take a shortcut through the park. Then I saw you here under the gazebo. Well, I'm running errands for my grandparents today, too. Looks like we're in the same boat, huh? You're right. He slaps me on the back while laughing. Jeez, Tora. Ow. Sorry. I smile at him in return. His gaze wanders out to the old playground. Hey, I've got an idea. We're already wet. Stands up from the bench and grabs my hand, lifting me up onto my feet. What? Come on. There's nothing wrong with having fun once in a while, Yuki. Always wanted a brother, Yuki. Huh? Where's this coming from? It wasn't easy growing up an only child. But when you were still around, I didn't notice it as much. What about Uncle Takeshi? I love my uncle, but he's still my uncle. As much as I'd like to, I could never be as close with him as I was with you. We used to do everything together, remember? He lets out a long sigh, then sits up, placing his hands on his knees. Friendship meant the world to me, Yuki. No matter what, even when Konosuke wasn't around, you were always there. And one day you weren't. I don't know how to respond to that. It hurts finally getting to hear Torihiko's honest feelings about me moving him to Osaka. He turns to face me once again. You said we'd always be together. I'm hit with a sudden flood of memories. Hiroyuki? It was a rainy day much like today. School had just finished. Tora and I were waiting to be picked up by our parents. Must have waited for hours. Neither of them showed up, leaving us alone to sit on the school steps in the rain. Remember, I started to cry. Then Torihiko stood up and faced me with his chest puffed out. Who needs them? We can walk home ourselves, Hiroyuki. Taking my hand, he led me out into the soft drizzle, which became a downpour as we approached the park. It's raining harder, Tora! Quick, let's hide somewhere. Running as fast as our little legs would take us, we took shelter under the gazebo. With a solemn look, Tora held his hands behind his head and looked out as the rain came pouring down. It was almost like watching a waterfall. Looks like you're going to be here for a while. He walked up to the bench I was on and sat down beside me. Then he turned to me with a smile. At least we're in this together, huh, Hiroyuki? I remember laughing with him and standing up in a triumphant pose. I know what we should do. Hey, let's get married someday, Torihiko. Hiroyuki. Now we will always be together. Hiroyuki! I return once more to reality. Torihiko's holding both my shoulders, trying to get my attention. You okay, Yuki? Kinda lost you there for a bit. Oh, I was just thinking. You know, if I told him it would just make things awkward between us, maybe I'll keep it to myself. I'll see you later, Yuki. Bye, Tora. And we're going to leave off here tonight. I don't know right now. I genuinely don't know right now, but I'm just alive. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.